Hello students, welcome back to this session of computer. In the last part we were studying about chapter number 3 exploring MS Word 2007. In the previous video we have studied that what is MS Word, what is header and footer, how to insert header and footer. Now we will just cover next topic that how can we add date and time in header or footer. So our next topic is adding date oblique time in header or footer. Now double click on the desired area means the header part. In your header part you have to just click on the desired area where you want to add the date and time. Then as soon as you will click, then there is this type of in menu bar it appears like this, that here one option is given as date and time. You have to click on that date and time. Okay, then a dialog box appears. Select any format for date and time and click on OK. See students, as soon as you will click on date and time, this type of dialog box appears where different formats of date and time are given. So whatever format you wish for, you can select any format for date and time and then you can click on OK button here. The current date and time appears at the point where the cursor was placed, and after as soon as you click on OK button, then wherever you have selected the desired area, okay, you have just typed on the desired area, there date and time appears. After the date and time appears, you have to press the escape key so that to finalize the content. So what were the steps? First of all, you have to just double click on the desired area. Then from the menu bar, you have to select the date and time option, date and time menu. Then a dialog box will appear. There are different formats given. You have to select the desired format and click on OK button. Then your desired date and time on the desired location is appeared here, and then you have to press the escape key. So these were the steps to add the time and date to the header and footer. Now we have just studied in the previous video that there are different types of headers and footers. So let us see. Our next topic is different types of headers and footers. Depending upon the type of document, you can choose your header and footer. MS Word provides various options to choose from while deciding the header and footer. Some of the options are means that depending upon the type of the document that you are working on, you can choose your header and footer. You have various options for your decision. Okay, some of the options are first page headers and footers. What are the first page headers and footers? Many a times a document is made in such a way that the first page has a different heading than the rest of the pages. Such a header or footer is created using the following steps. Now for example, you are creating a document, but the heading of the first page is different from the rest of the pages. Okay, suppose on the first page you have the heading as introduction and the rest of the pages have different headings. So for such a header and footer we have to do the following steps. Go to the first page and click the insert tab. Now first page heading, on the first page you have to put the header and footer, so you have to go to the first page and click on the insert tab on the menu bar. From the header and footer group, choose header and click edit header. Type the header for the page. In the options group, select different first page. See, now what you have to do, listen correctly. Now you have to go on the first page, then from the insert tab you have to click on the insert tab. Then various options here are available. Okay, so what you have to do that you have to from that header and footer group, you have to choose the header and click edit header. Here हेडर पे चूज करके यहाँ पर एक एडिट हेडर का ऑप्शन आता है. यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन दैट एडिट हेडर ऑप्शन. आफ्टर दैट व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज you have to just type the required header. Okay, header for the page, you have to type the required header of the page, and then you have to press you have to select from here different first page. Okay, after selecting edit header, what you have to do is you have to type the header for that page and you have to click on this different first page option in the options group. As soon as you do this, now go to the next page and click on the next section option in navigation group. जैसे ही आप नेक्स्ट सेक्शन पे जाएंगे, नेक्स्ट पेज पे जाएंगे, यहाँ पर फ्रॉम द ऑप्शंस यू कैन सी नेक्स्ट सेक्शन option. Okay, then create the header that you want to appear in the rest of the document or section. Then you have to type here that what header do you want for the remaining pages, for the remaining sections. Then you have to type that header. Create the header that you want to appear in the rest of the document or section. Okay, so these were the steps to create a first page header, different first page header, and the rest of the pages might contain different header. So these were the steps. Now in the same way you can create the first page different footer and rest of the pages can contain the different footer. So the steps followed will be same. If you want to keep the header or footer blank in the first page or have it in the first page and blank on the rest of the pages, leave the header or footer area blank accordingly. Now, if you want that first page does not contain header or footer and rest of the pages contains the header or footer, or you want that the first page should contain the header or footer or rest of the pages should be blank, so you can leave the header and footer area blank there where you were typing the desired text, so you can leave it blank. So this was the way that you can create different headers and footers on the first page and the rest of the pages. Now, second option is odd even headers and footers. What do you mean sometimes you just see that only in the textbooks only one side of the page contains the page number, like some books contain only odd page numbers, some books contains only even page numbers. So how can that be created? It can be created with the help of odd and even headers and footers. Many a times you must have noticed as in your computer book that one side of the book has the name of the book while the other side of the book has the name of the chapter. This is another example that you have noticed that in some books that the odd side of the book contains the name of the book and the even side of the you can say book contains the name of the chapter. So such thing can be done with the help of odd and even option of header and footer. Now your first step is insert header or footer as you have learned earlier. Means first you have to go on the insert tab. Okay, then you have to just go on the header or footer option, means previous steps that you have followed you have to insert header or footer like that. Now under design tab select the different odd and even pages checkbox. What applies the option to the entire document? See, now here is the option under the design tab. You have the option different odd and even pages. This is the option. You have to check mark this checkbox. Okay, tick mark this checkbox, and this you can say that this is applied to the entire document. And how many pages may be, it applies to the entire document and the pages. Now create the header or footer that you want to appear in the odd pages of the document or section. Now you can type the required text accordingly that you want on the odd pages of the document or section. If you do not want a header or footer to appear in the even pages of the document or section, leave the header or footer area blank. Now suppose you want the header or footer only on the odd page and you don't want it on the even page. So what you have to do, you have to just keep the even page areas header and footer blank here. You don't have to type there anything. Create header or footer for even pages accordingly if you want. Leave the space blank if you want nothing on the even pages. That's what I have told you. If you don't want anything to appear on the even pages, you can just leave the space blank, and you can do this accordingly to the odd pages also, that if you want the text to be appear on the even pages, so you can type the text of the header or footer on the even pages and keep the odd pages blank. Now, our next topic is footnote and endnote. Footnote and endnote क्या होता है? It is used to type the comments or references of the document. So, footnotes and endnotes are used to explain, comment on, or provide references for text in a document. Means suppose there is one heading given and you are just told brief about that heading. In the same way, it just gives the brief about or provide references to the entire document. By default, MS Word places footnotes at the bottom of each page and endnotes at the end of the document. Okay, what is the default setting of MS Word? That it just places the footnotes at the bottom of each of the page and endnotes at the end of the document, at the end of the whole document. However, we can change the placement of footnotes and endnotes by making a selection in the footnotes or endnotes box. But we can change this default setting by following the steps that we will read further. Now, steps steps to insert footnote or endnote. What are the steps that you how you can insert the footnote or endnote? Click on the reference tab from the menu bar. See, this is the menu bar. You have to click on the reference tab. Click insert footnote or insert endnote from footnotes group. Now there is a footnote group, so you can here either select the insert footnote or insert endnote option here. After that, what you have to do is footnote appears at the bottom of the page, whereas endnote will appear at the end of the document. Okay, after you just select here insert footnote or insert endnote, it will be inserted accordingly. Footnote will appear at the bottom of each page and the endnote will appear at the end of the whole document. Now, you can change the position of the footnote and endnote as well as the number format. For this, follow the given steps. Now, we have already studied there that we can change this default settings that where these footnote and endnotes will appear. So you can do this by following the steps. Click the footnotes launcher at the right of the footnote group. Footnote and endnote dialog box appears. See, you have the option of footnotes launcher at the right of the footnote group. This is the footnote group. So beside that you have the option of see this is the option of footnote launcher. You have to click on this option, then a dialog box appears. You can change the footnote position to below text and endnote position to end of the section. Now from here you can just change the settings that you want. In the number format box, click the format you want. Now see, there is a option known as number format, so you can here change the by clicking on this drop down menu. You have the different format, so you can here change the number format also. You can select the format that you want, and then you at last you have to click on the insert tab. Now you can type the text that you want as a note. Now after that you can type the following text that you want on your note to be printed. These were the steps that how you can add the footnotes and endnotes and how you can customize them. MS Word will automatically apply the correct number format as and when you insert the additional footnotes or endnotes in the document. Okay, so if you will just insert additional footnotes or endnotes, MS Word what it will do, it will by default and automatically apply the correct number format as soon as you insert the additional footnotes and endnotes in the same document. So this was all about headers and footers and footnotes and endnotes. We will cover the next two topics, hyperlinks and bookmarks, in the next part of the video. Till then, thank you.